So just about the harmonica and the technique and all that. But I thought I'd start by playing a little bit of music, and it's kind of funny that. Let me find the right harmonica. It's funny that we're following the piano workshop with Jeff Little and Mar, because a lot of what I play I stole from the piano. So, and in this tune we're going to play, there's a lot of kind of right hand piano stuff that I stole. So see if you recognize it.
Copyright on that, man.
Yeah. I'm going to go pay Jeff in a minute. All right. So how's everybody doing? Good. All right. So the style of harmonica that I play is called cross harp. And what that means is that I'm crossing keys on the harmonica. Each one of these harmonicas that I carry is set up in a particular key. Like, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, G. And of course, I don't play them. For the most part, I don't play them in the key that they were set up to be played in. That would be too much like right. So instead, I take this A harmonic, for example, and I play it in the key of E. The reason I do that is it allows me to use mainly the draw notes on the harmonica to play most of my melody line. And the reason that I want to do that is that I want to be able to do what they call bending the notes on the harmonica. And that's the little technique that you have to learn in order to make the harmonica imitate the human voice, which is the main, goal for blues players, is to get as much expression, as much emotional expression out of the harmonica. And the main thing that we express ourselves with is our voice. And so we want the harmonica to imitate the human voice. And in order to do that, you want the notes to be able to slur down seamlessly. And so that's what we call bending notes. And the notes from the first hole to the sixth hole bend on the draw notes. Okay, so that's a bend note. So I'm drawing it on the two hole, and without moving off of that hole, but just by changing the shape of my face, I'll take the notes go down. Over the 35 years that I've traveled with Josephus, people would ask, and especially when I started out and I was much younger than I am now, people would ask me, why a young man like myself chose to play the blues, or where did that come from? And I've told people many times that really the main place that I fell in love with the sound of the blues is in my grandmother's church in Titusville, Alabama. And I've heard myself say that so many times. I started to wonder, did that really happen? but it did, I think. But in recent years, I thought, well, that memory is starting to fade. I should do something to help keep it sharp. And so I made up a song that kind of helps me, kind of captures what it feels like to be at my grandmother's church in Titusville, Alabama on a Wednesday night. Not on Sunday, but on a Wednesday night for the prayer meeting, where the elder women of the church would sing prayer and praises and do line and hymns and do a bunch of call and response. And so here's a little taste of this thing I made up called Prayer and Praises. So the elder women of the church, like one woman would sing out a line, the leader would sing out a line, right? And then the congregation would answer back. So hopefully you'll hear some of that. So you could hear how the harmonica was kind of vocalizing, right? Kind of talking and praying and singing praises and preaching a little bit. All that hopefully is in there. Okay. opportunity for me to do call and response on the harmonica, but also you have an opportunity to do call and response too. So if you feel like singing, the first time we go through it, just repeat after me. All right? You ready? You with me? All right. Anybody doesn't feel like me? One summer day, she went away. She's gone and left. She's gone to stay. Well, now she's gone, and I don't worry, because I'm sitting on top of the world. Worked all the summer. One summer day, she went away. She's gone and left. She's gone to stay. Well, now she's gone, and I don't worry, because I'm sitting on top of the world. And that's going to be me on the harmonica. We could call and respond. I could call and respond with the harmonica, and then at the end we wound up calling and responding between the guitar and the harmonica.
You did?
Yeah. You might not have noticed, but so let's see. So it is also possible to do some pretty bluesy stuff in what they call straight harp, where like if I use the G harmonica to play in the key of G, and I can use the blow notes. As I mentioned before, that the draw notes from the 1 to about the 6th hole been drawing in, but then from the 7th hole to the 10th hole, they've been blowing out. So I'll just give you a little example.
3 hours.
I want to make sure we.
Keep going.
So, a little bit of So, so I'll give you a little bit of an example of so what they call Piedmont style guitar, Piedmont style music. It's not really Piedmont style harmonica because the style is defined by the guitar technique. I know my former partner John Cephas was known as one of the main exponents of that. So we'll give you a little example. The reason why I want to give it to you is because, like, playing the harmonica, for me, there's one of my favorite things is playing accompaniment. And in playing accompaniment, there are at least two things, and probably three if I can remember what the third one is. Things that I like to try to do. One of my most favorite things is to try to use the harmonica as percussion and to play rhythm chops to help support the melody and at the same time not overpower. The second thing is the kind of call and response stuff that we were doing. And the third thing, I just remembered, is to try to lay down a bass line, and I might try a little bit of that for you while we're doing this. But anyway, so here's some Piedmont style blues played by a Mississippi guy, John Hurt, and played by us.
So your man will never know. Gone up the country, cold sea and snow. Up the country, cold sea and snow. Up the country, where the cold sea and snow. No telling where I'ma go. Well, where I'm sleeping with my back and shoulders tied. Where I'm sleeping with my back and shoulders. Where I'm sleeping with my back and shoulders tied. Turn it over, try it on the side. So you heard this kind of stuff. Yeah, so that's kind of. Now you try it.
So that's kind of some of the rhythm stuff, and then one of the things I like to do is is to try to lay down a bass line. Of course, this song was going way too fast for me to be able to. You know, over the years, I was playing with John. You know, everybody was talking about how John was a Piedmont style guitar player. Then I hooked up a little bit with Warner Williams, and everybody was saying, oh, you know, he's from the Piedmont region. And then all of a sudden they discovered, or realized, or noticed, or at least were willing to admit that all these guys actually played anything they felt like playing. and they just love good music, and they love music with a good beat. They love music with a good melody. They love music that spoke to them. And then so all of a sudden they start calling those people songsters instead of Piedmont players. Are there any ethnomusicologists in the about to get in trouble? So and at the same time, you know, I started spending some time with my good friend Nat Reese, who's passed on now too. And Nat Reese is from West Virginia, and a lot of his playing career was in the coal camps, where he would go from the Polish camp to the Italian camp to what they call the natives, or the hillbilly camp, or to the black camp. So one night he'd be playing in the honky tonk, the next night he'd be playing at the juke joint, and the next night he'd be playing for a bunch of Italian-speaking people. And so he played whatever they wanted to hear. And so playing with him, you know, I realized that he liked everything from Duke Ellington to Delta blues, and I realized, yeah, I like all that stuff too. And so I started trying to learn some of that. I'll play just a little bit of some of the stuff I've been playing. To be reckoned, I don't know if I should play this one or if I should play Duke Ellington. Maybe I'll play a little bit of each.
Yeah.
songster. All right then. Well, we can play a few more, but I'm going to open it up for questions for me first. Is that okay? Anybody got questions?
How do you, what's your technique for vibrato?
For vibrato, from the back of my throat down to my belly. You never see me do that, and I'm not very good at the tongue vibrato, so mostly, like I say, the back of my throat down to my down. Is that kind of what you need?
So it's more back in the throat, back of the throat?
Yeah. Actually, that I hardly ever do, but I do a real tough kind of type, trying to imitate a horn. Before there was a vacuum. Back of my throat, and usually I'll only do it with a real kind of type of. Another question, yeah.
What's the rationale for picking the key of the harp versus the key you're playing in cross harp? You're picking the harp that would be, say, the 7th scale of the key you're playing in?
Let's see how to describe that. It's the harmonica that's a 5th above the key that you're playing in. So that if you're playing, if I'm using, like right now I'm using the C harmonica and playing in the key of G. All right. So now,
What if you're in a minor key?
excuse me?
What if the guitar is playing in a minor key?
Usually, if the guitar is playing in a minor key, I will just play the cross harp, the same thing. Once in a while, though, I'll do what they call third position, where the one whole drum gives you the root note that you're playing in, and that position, for some reason, which I could explain if I knew music theory, works out good for minor keys. I don't do it that much, but once in a while I do that. And then the third choice for me recently is I discovered these natural minor harmonicas. So I'll get and again I'm playing the cross harp, like if I was going to play in D minor, I would use a G natural minor harmonica. So,
Like getting all right to A minor, what harp would go with A minor?
A minor, I would probably wind up using my D harp. Yeah, I mean, you can bend to some of the notes in the minor scale, and there's certain notes that you want to stay away from. You get to figure that out. Hitting the wrong notes. Well, that doesn't sound good.
Is there a trick you use for bending low notes? Do you start with notes?
To get started bending? Well, I mean, I could explain to you sort of how it works, which is that as you're drawn in on the note, well, I mean, I don't know. I'm probably the only person who wants to know this, but what I'm doing is as I'm drawing in, like on the regular note, on the unbent note, I'm drawing my ears coming in kind of like level. And then to get the bend note, I'm pulling the air downward. So my tongue goes back away from the front of my mouth, makes space, my jaw drops down, and for some reason the vowel sound ooh helps that pitch to go down. So if you do
What about when you're blowing? How do you get those bend?
well, the high notes bending, I mean, I do them, but I don't really know how. It's really almost the exact opposite. It's almost the exact opposite, where you're pushing your tongue toward the harmonica, pinching your jaw upward, and
So you bend your tongue forward instead?
yeah, for to bend the blow notes on the high end, yes. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right.
What type, do you have one particular brand of harmonica that you play?
Yeah, I play only marine band. Yeah. They hold up good and they have a nice tone. I think the wood comb gives them a real nice tone. So, and they shout out. They're real strong. That's what I use.
How long can you get out of one harmonica?
Well, it depends. Usually like about 6 months, something like that. There's certain times of year where I'm playing a whole lot more, and especially like Corey and I both have done this week-long music camps, where you're playing like non-stop all day, every day for a week. And usually at the end of one of those weeks, I have worn out on
And what was the name? Prayer and Praises. Well, the tune that Phil played for you, the Prayer and Praises tune that he was talking about, his grandmother's church, that's featured in a DVD and a CVD that we're both a part of. It's called True Blues, and it has we have Taj Mahal, Shamika Copeland, Alvin Youngblood, Harp, Guy Davis, Phil, and myself. And it's coming out on Concord Records. It should be out in the end of May, and the DVD is coming out at the end of this month in a few days. So look for it. You can search for it online. It's called True Blues, and we'll be touring from June through early next year. So catch us in a town near you.
What's that pretty car?
Oh, this is actually made by Bob Gurnand from Western North Carolina. And I bought it here at Merlefest in 2010. I went to the tent. And it was real nice, and we hit it off, and so I bought it. Yeah, so he does a lot of good work, so check him out. He does all sorts of, those of you who are musicians probably know about his reputation, but he does a lot of good work. Not just guitars, everything. And I think he's a fly fisherman too. What's that?
Those seem to go together.
Yeah, I know. How's that work?
Especially that harmonica, I bet. Bill Fisher biting.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the harmonica scares the fish. Fish won't bite if you bite.
Okay, we invite you.
I don't know. So you want
Yeah, let's do a little,
sure. That was the G, right?
yeah. Grab your gown, fall in line while I play this rag of mine too tight. this rag of mine.